To the two people out there who are watching, I'm still trying to figure this thing out, so give me a second. Hey, what's up, guys? All right, guys, just bear with me a little bit. This is my first time doing it. So yeah, I'm taking the ZEOvit offline. I'm switching to Triton. The prospect of no water changes is kind of intriguing right now. So that's why I'm doing it. No particular reason. I mean, ZEOvit was. I've always carbon dosed, whether it's vodka, vinegar, no pox, and it's always kept nutrients low. But ZEOvit helped me get the colors of my corals, um, vibrant. But when I was at Reefapalooza, New York, the guy who distributes Triton in the US convinced me to try Triton. I mean, he had a compelling argument, so I decided to try it. And along with, getting a upgraded light for my refugium and doing the full-on Triton system, it was very compelling. So no water changes, man. That's what's intriguing to me. The last I did a water change maybe a week ago, and I filmed it. So I'm going to put out a video about how many steps it takes for me to do a water change. So the fact that I can do away with that, that's really intriguing to me. So hey, what's up, CJ? If anybody else wants to jump in, line's open. Someone says ZEOvit crashed your system. Yeah, I left. The thing about ZEOvit, man, there's like a bunch of different supplements. I'm gonna try and fix that video in a minute. I think it's right ways, but the ZEOvit, man, there's so many. There's like I think 8 or 9 different bottles I'm looking at right now. And I went out of town for about a week, and my wife, maybe misdosed just a couple of things, and it completely screwed up. Like the tank it wasn't a crash, but you could tell that some stuff was stressed out. The glass was extra dirty. So, there's not, it's just a lot. It's just a very involved process with Triton. 4 bottles, you dose equal amounts from each bottle per day, and that's it. No, not Vibrant. And when I was on no, not Vibrant, never did Vibrant. And when I was on I was on a call with Rico the other day, and I added up how much ZEOvit actually costs. It was a lot more than what Triton was going to cost. Triton, I think I paid, it's $50 for the 4 bottles, and I expect it to last me about 6 months. So that's, I guess, $100 a year to run Triton. With ZEOvit, I mean, you need the reactor. Let me see if I have the numbers here. I think when I did the math with Rico, it was $100 a year versus something like $1,000 the first year to run Triton, between all those supplements and everything. And you have to buy their carbon. You have to kind of heat it a little bit, let it cool down. It's a very involved process, man. So shout out to all the people who can maintain ZEOvit, doing ZEOvit for a long time. Zeolites, $12 a pop. You have to replace them every 6 to 8 weeks. Amino acids. You can't run carbon in a bag, which on a system like mine that's way overstocked, that gets fed a lot, eventually you see the water yellowing a little bit. Especially, I put some water out, put it in a white bucket. Even after you replace the carbon, you can't run. It's not recommended that you run carbon in a reactor. So you have to run it in a filter bag, which is not as. Their carbon is expensive, man. It's more expensive than the BRS ROX 0.8 carbon. So it works. It's just an expensive system. And then I messed up in the beginning and bought a crappy reactor. I bought a low cost reactor from Skims, which was terrible. Like I had to go get custom PVC. I had to go glue it together to get it to work properly. I had to go to Home Depot, buy some PVC, silicone, a bunch of stuff. So, but that's not ZEOvit's fault. That's just me, buying a crap reactor. But still. So I've seen beautiful ZEOvit tanks. It just was too involved for me. Yeah, Brett, that's the new skimmer for the Reefer 350. That's a Vertex Omega 180i. Give me a second. Let me see if I can turn the video, if I can fix the orientation of the skimmer video. Yep. So got that fixed. Christian, go. Yeah, if anybody else wants to jump in, man, let me know. Yeah, I had paused for a minute to try to fix the Vertex, the my phone. So I took the the zeolites offline last night. It's right here in a bucket. Took the carbon out. My refugium. It was only after I took the zeolite off last night that I realized that my refugium. I have a LED, but half of the LEDs aren't working. So I ordered. Oh, all you see is my icon. Can you see it now? All right. All right. Yeah. So sorry about that. So yes, I took the Zeo reactor offline last night. My refugium is a little messed up because half the LEDs aren't working. So yeah. So yeah, I'm showing the fuse right now. So took the ZEOvit reactor offline. My refugium's a little messed up. Later today, I'm gonna build an algae reactor, a really small one. I hope it's able to handle the load. I don't know where I'm going to fit a bigger algae reactor. All right, so CJ, is this your phone turned sideways and full screen? All right, let me try that, CJ. That better? All right, I'm gonna put it back in the tripod now. All right. All right, so no, I never got a third Radeon. Tank still has two. Yeah, Tank still has two Radeons. No need for a third. I mean, I have a XR15, but I don't think it needs it. Tank looks good. It's still the lights don't go on fully until about 1 p.m. Yep, CJ, your work is done. I'm liking this Vertex skimmer, man. Adjust my tripod again. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Hey, there was a guy the last summer. There was a guy breaking down his tank, and I bought 3 Radeon G3s for like $200 a piece, 3 or 4 for $200 a piece. And then the G4s, I ended up selling them and buying G4s and still pocketing some money. So CJ, just wait until the end of summer for some of those tank breakdown sales. I'll keep an eye out for you, man. The Reefer Brett, the Reefer 350 is 4-foot bend, but I would go with a 120. I kind of wish I went with a 120, more water volume, and it's about the same footprint. It's not much. It's not much smaller than CJ's footprint. This is, I think, 47 because it's European, so 47 by 21 high by maybe 20 deep. CJ, what's the dimensions on your 120?
A Triton.
No, not right. You can't play video games now. Too early. 4x2. Yeah, should have gone with a 120, man. Yeah, should have gone with a 120. Yeah, I started out with like a 50 breeder, which is the 40 breeder dimensions, but it was in the living room. It was one of the Acheon pine stands. And everyone who came over, immediately went and looked at the tank. And over time, with salt creep and a little bit of spillage, that Acheon pine stand looked terrible. So, that's when we went with the Red Sea tank because it was one of the best looking tanks. So, and it has this, whatever the coating is on the Red Sea tank, makes it easy to clean, easy to wipe, and it blends in with my living room furniture. Let me show you guys my newest addition. A couple of days ago, I traded for a jawbreaker mushroom. Orange. Yeah, my glass, that frag rack needs some cleaning, but I traded like an old MP10 for jawbreaker. So mushrooms do really well in my tank. So I'm hoping kind of, that jawbreaker mushroom splits and eventually, I'll find somewhere nice to put it and eventually becomes a nice colony. But these things were selling for like between $200 and $600 at Reefapalooza. So, I thought an older MP10, that was sort of a fair trade. SCA. I think CJ has an SCA tank, right? Yeah, thanks, Corey. See the fox face at the top? The one spot fox face keeps splashing water out of the tank. So I don't know why he does that. He keeps going up to the edge and I don't know if there's algae or something, you know, at the top of the tank that he's going after, but he keeps splashing water out of the tank, so that's getting a little annoying. But yeah, everything's growing. Bubble tip and enemy split again. I got a bunch of babies. Let me turn off the flow a little bit and give you guys a top-down shot. That's a green star polyp. That's a green star polyp that's on the overflow. Go to the apex, shut off the return and the gyres. So we have some bubble tip and enemies over there that's killing my Montipora. But that encrusting Montipora is done. Yep. So these bubble tip anemones keep splitting, and they're bleaching my Montipora. But I'm not. That encrusting Montipora is spreading, so I'm not too upset about that. There's 3 or 4 there. There's another one here. There's a bunch of others in the back are walking around somewhere. I don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Hey, Christian. That's my Euphilia garden right there. That's my Zoa garden. And green star polyp.
That one is triple.
Yeah. These are all the mushrooms.
And the mushroom, and the traveler, Hockey.
I had an old Tunzi magnet.
I had Hockey Night the trip.
I had an old Tunzi magnet that I glued a piece of rock to and put this SPS coral. So it looks like it's floating, but it's actually just an old magnet that a piece of rock is glued to. Green coral. Another, that's a plating Monty, while the other one is an encrusting Monty.
Cut the Monty to win.
And this is just a collection of frags that we bought at Reefapalooza that my wife bought, that we have no place to put these frags. So frag right there, full. Another frag rack over here that's full.
The frag over here.
I'm fully stocked. I don't know what I'm gonna do with those.
The frag over. The frag over.
Any concerns with switching overnight to Triton? Not really. Well, now I do, because I found out my refugium light isn't working. So I'm concerned. I have a new light on the way, but it won't be here until maybe Friday. So I have no, other than the new skimmer, which is still breaking in, I have no way of nutrient export. That's why I'm going to build a small algae reactor later to kind of see if that can help me with nutrient control. But not really. I mean, I don't know. I don't think so. The one thing that would concern me is that I think the ZEOvit did absorb some ammonia directly, so maybe maybe my tank, there's going to be a mini cycle somewhere, but I have a bottle of Dr. Tim's handy, so I'm going to put that in. So that should help, with my nitrogen cycle. Yeah, CJ, that video was funny. We were watching that at Reefapalooza. We were dying. Me, Rico, Billy Pipes, Roscoe. He said the guy is actually a glass worker, like the guy works with glass. So the guy figured like it could be, but I want you to drill it anyway. He said he warned the guy. He said, hey, it might shatter. The guy said, hey, I want you to drill it anyway. All right, let me turn everything back on. Yeah. Too early to play video games. My son is here, wants to play video games, but not at 12 o'clock. Yes, CJ, you keep saying that, but I don't think you keep saying that, and I really think you believe that. But man, after that tank grows out and it's stocked, you're gonna think you want bigger. So Corey, I don't know if the question is directed at me, but yeah, I'm in Brooklyn, New York, man. Yeah, a couple years down the line, CJ is probably gonna. Where upstate are you, CJ? Corey, sorry, Corey. Where upstate are you? I like going to other towns and visiting their fish stores. So I'm up in central New York a lot, Syracuse area mostly, Albany. Any good fish stores in your town? If anybody is if anybody's doing Triton and has any tips for me, now's the time to let me know. I'm gonna take the Neptune Systems dose offline because I only have one unit right now, and I don't want to pay $300 for another unit. So I'm going to take it offline. And I just got a coral box. Dosing pump. I used this one instead of the Jabo pump because this one is Wi-Fi. So when I put it in the cabinet, I don't have to worry about taking it out to reprogram it. So let me give you a shot of my cabinet. It's really messy compared to, you know, compared to what I see CJ has. So yeah, that's the cabinet. That's the cabinet. It's a mess. I mean, the skimmer was probably the first thing I put in there, so I had to basically disassemble everything. When I first put it in, you know, earlier this year, it was neat. It was neat, looked nice. My wife complimented me, but after changing pumps like 2 or 3 times, it's not looking so good anymore. So I was thinking of putting my ATO container in there and getting like an external cabinet. Yeah, so this dosing pump, I'm excited. I'm excited to try it. Oh, shucks. No way. This is the dosing pump. Like this is like half the size of the Jabo. Oh. This thing is ridiculously small. Oh, could you explain Triton? And do you need to dose daily? And could you use dosing pumps? Well, yes. So Triton is a method to maintain all calcium alkalinity and all the trace elements in your system. Yeah, it's a very let me before I jump around. It's a way to maintain calcium, alkalinity, magnesium, and all the trace elements in your system. It does not have a method built in. It doesn't have a method for nutrient control like ZEOvit has. That they recommend you do with a refugium. So according to Triton, it has some elements in there that, you know, encourages or extra nutrients that encourage macroalgae to grow. So so with Triton, you know, water changes are not necessary. In fact, from what Joe said, it's a what's the word he used? It's a component. You know, when you do water changes, you're basically throwing a lot of parameters off. So you don't do water changes. You use a refugium or an algae reactor to maintain low nutrients. So of course, you know, the guys who distribute Triton also distribute the Pax Bellum reactor, but that's way out of what I want to pay for an algae reactor. So I built one for my son's Nano, and it works fine. So I'm hoping to figure out a way eventually to build one for this tank. So maybe swap out, especially now that my refugium light isn't working, maybe swap it out for one of the Kessel grow lights, put in an algae reactor along with the small refugium. Now the entire tank is The sump I measured at 20 gallons, 22 gallons when I do water changes. I think when I pull everything out as 22 gallons, and the display is 70, 68, so that's about 90 gallons, 91 gallons. My refugium is 2.5, 3 gallons, so that's not enough. That's not, that's not a big enough refugium for algae, for nutrient control. So I'll need something else. So I'll do an algae reactor along with the small refugium. But what Triton is basically is just a method to maintain calcium, alkalinity, magnesium, and all the major, minor, and trace elements in your tank. They recommend you do a Triton test. I've seen the Triton bottles and they seem small. Are they concentrated? No, I think the newest versions you do not mix with RO water. I think in the past you had to. So the method after talking with, the guy with Joe at Reefapalooza, explaining my tank and how much I dose, he recommends I start with 2 milliliters a day. So the bottles are 1,000 milliliters. Hang on a second, let me get the bottles. A 1,000 milliliters. That's one bottle. That's another bottle. Another bottle. So it's 4, and you mix them equal. And right there on the instructions, it says, do not, see if you can see there. Requires no mixing with RODI. It's a Coral box doser. It's Coral box WF04 dosing pump. And this is how small it is, man. I mean, I'm holding it. It's not much bigger than my iPhone 7. I thought it was going to be like a Jabo, like the size of the Jabo dosing pump, but this thing is like, it's not that much bigger than. Yeah, this thing is tiny. Has 2 mounting screws on the back. Yeah, it comes in a nice package with, things you need for calibration. It's Wi-Fi. It has an app. I haven't downloaded the app yet, but I mean, if I had a Jabo one in my hands the other day, and it wasn't this small, and it didn't even have mounting hardware. So I'm glad I went with this one. Can I get a link to where the, oh, yeah, sure. Absolutely. You know what I'm gonna do? If this works out for me, I'm gonna raffle off my my Apex pump once I get to 1,000 subscribers. How about that? I'm gonna do that. Hey Rico, what's up, man?
Hey, I was getting ready to start a live stream, and I'm like, I seen this pop up. I'm like, what's going on, man?
Yo, man, I'm just chilling, man. Listen, man, I was
All right, so
I was bored. I had an hour to kill, so I figured I would live stream, man.
here's my thing.
Hey, as long as you ain't after my title, it's okay. Oh.
Hey, what's up, Brett?
Tank. It's a 10-gallon. It has just a top fin filter, I guess, which is just running carbon. Then it has just a regular 50-watt heater, and then the AI Prime HD.
What are we
I have
talking
about
about?
7 pounds of live rock, I think, and then 10 pounds of sand. And then I have a hammer coral right here, blinking zoas, green star polyp, mushroom 1, mushroom 2, hermit crab mushroom down there, and then the green monty down there. So what I was saying earlier is, what I was asking earlier is if I could just glue my green star polyp onto the back wall.
Yeah.
So
Why can't you? Yeah.
My wife actually, where I have mine glued, my wife, I didn't want to do it because I see when green star pollen, gets out of control.
So here's the frag of it. It's not attached to anything or anything, so I'll just glue it.
Glue it, put glue on the, like just glue it anywhere, man. Listen, man, you can't kill green star pollen.
Oh, I know. My sister. So I was at the fish store. It wasn't my local one because I was I was 2 hours out of town, but we were heading back and I found one I wanted to check out. And the guy gave me green star polyp for free. My sister picks it up and she's 5. She's holding on to it and she just like drops it from probably 3 feet and it's perfect. Like, you can't. The guy's like, it's fine. Just don't drop the Monty.
Yeah, you can't kill that. Yeah, just glue it. The piece I glued was smaller and was smaller than what you had. So just put a little piece of glue, put it on the even if it stays closed, because mine stayed closed for a couple of weeks. So even if it stays closed, don't worry about it. Green star pollen always recover that. I don't think even when I was new in the hobby and my tank, I didn't even know about maintaining calcium and alkalinity yet. I still couldn't kill green star pollen.
Well, green star polyp is soft, so you don't need to maintain calcium and alkalinity for it.
Yeah, Tom Reef, man. Yeah, I like.
I'll be back.
All right. Thanks, Brett. Sorry, guys. That's my son in the background. He's getting restless because I told him it's too early to play video games. So he's doing everything to try to annoy me and to tell him he can go play video games now.
Yeah. That's where mine at, playing
Right, I'm back.
Video games.
Plants vs. Zombies is their new thing.
Just let them play video games.
No, not yet. Once they go on, they play for hours. So let them.
Oh.
Yesterday. So.
What's up, Commander? No, birthday's tomorrow.
Birthday's tomorrow, Rico?
Yeah, tomorrow, Wednesday.
Oh, mine's like 2 weeks from now.
Yeah, my grandma's is the 19th. My little brother's is the 17th. Yeah.
Mine's the 30th.
My grandma will be 92. And still kicking and still going to church. 92, my grandma.
I can't find my super glue now. Shoot. Found it. All right, so I'm using actually this it's the Dalu. One guy has used it, I guess, for over 10 years. Here. He's used it for 10 years. It's really safe, and then he got a bunch of other people using it. And I guess it's really thick, so I'll give it a try.
Somebody wants to know how do you? Okay, there you go. You got it up.
I want to give a thank you to Kevin. Man, he got on the phone with me yesterday and kind of walked me through starting this whole live stream thing. So thanks, Kevin. I know he's not in the chat, but I'm still giving him a shout out anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so the new skimmer is working fine. It got a data break-in. It's skimming. Love it. I was worried that going from a DC to an AC pump would be a lot of noise, but man, there's nothing.
Ask me that.
I put my ears to the sump and I still couldn't hear anything. So
Yeah, nah.
I'm good there. My refugium light crapped out, so I got to get something new there. But other than that, man, today's day one of Triton. So
CJ. Yeah, I was going not to cut you off, yeah, CJ. I was waiting on you, man, last night. Call me, man. You came in, man, and did the walk of shame, man. Yeah, I've been cleaning, man, trying to get some stuff done. So, put my table, get my stuff over here all organized. I'm still trying to organize. I still got a lot to do, but yeah, I need a little light over here actually because there's no light right here. So don't be talking about me, CJ. Yeah,
that's the new desk, Rico.
No, it's not a new desk. It's just been here. It's one of those fold-out tables, the one that CJ did his mock-up on his tank with. I think he used one of these or bought one of these for it. Pretty sure. But yeah, I just had a bunch of my rock crawlers and stuff like that on it, and for the kids and stuff to work on. I'm like, let me organize and put everything over here on this shelving thing we bought at Home Depot. So everything's there, get things more organized because I want it more of a desk to sit at for live streams and whatnot. And whatever. So far, so good.
All right.
Works out. And then I can, my tanks behind, my frag tanks. So.
Hey Rico, I know you were getting crap about the Radions, but are you still gonna do Radions, man? Are still planning to?
Honestly, I think at some point I'm gonna get them.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
Wait, does anyone have any tips on the super glue? Like how to glue it in?
Do what?
How to glue the frag onto the back glass with the super glue.
Just put it all over the back of the frag and stick it on it.
Yeah, that's it.
In the water or out of the water?
Out of the water.
All right.
And when you're putting it on the back glass, just put your just hold it there for 10 seconds until it holds.
Okay.
All right.
Well, all right, CJ, you got time today. Yeah, whenever O's done, I'll start up a live stream and then you can walk me through it.
All right. Well, Rico, this was kind of
this was a test run.
This was a test run. I'm surprised people even people joined. So
why not? Notification. I didn't get the notification on my phone. For me, even though your bell Let me unclick your bell. And then
So I finally went through some of the stuff I had. So I'm going to be doing some, some giveaways and stuff like that. So I just wanted to test,
all right.
yeah, see how it works before, I embarrass myself by going live first. So,
Yeah, no problem.
all right. So yeah, so I am gonna, thank you guys for joining. Rico's stream is gonna start up, and that's where the party's at. So. If you guys aren't subscribed to Rico, it's Rico's Reef Tank. Search, and he's gonna start up his live stream. So we'll be over there in a few minutes. All right, and thank you guys for joining.
Hey, no
Bye,
problem,
everyone.
Bob.
See you all on Rico's.
All
All right, I'll see you in a few.
right. Bye.